Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, I'm going to be going over how to draw humans, mainly faces and the basic proportions of the body. Follow along with me and you can pause and rewind as much as you like. I drew this with a red pencil just to shake things up, and you can use anything you like to. Remember to have that eraser and sharpener handy. We start by drawing the vertical line, which is the size of the figure you'd like to draw, and divide that up into 8 units. Each one of these points will represent a different area of the body. So, we have the height of the figure, now we need the width. So 2 1/3 units will be the relative width for the male figure. For females, it's usually around 2 units wide. Now, what I'm doing is creating a rectangle to finish off the boundaries of the body. It's not necessary to draw this box every time you go to draw a human body, but while you're learning, it'll be a very handy guide. I'm also going to draw in the dividing lines to really show you how the body is broken up. I'm also doing a side view over here as well. This is at the same height, and I'm going to take the dividing lines across like so. There's so many ways to draw the human body, and I encourage you to search other ways. Each one brings new techniques into it that might work for you better. So, time to start drawing the figure. 1 unit equals 1 head. Starting with the head, I draw a sphere and build everything else under that. I won't put in detailed features as this is just for proportions. To find out where the neck and shoulders go, we break this unit into thirds. Go ahead and draw a line indicating where the shoulders go. And then we bring that line down to indicate the neck. The next dividing line here is the navel. If we divide this into thirds, the top of the bottom third is roughly where the ribcage would end, and below that would be the hips. Bring that down to be a bit wider than head distance. So, the line down below the navel line will be the crotch area. I block this in, making it the same width as the top of the torso. Handy to know here, the upper body is 4 units and the legs are 4 units approximately. The legs are simple, about 2 units high to the knee, which is indicated here. Let's keep it simple and draw in the knees as circles. For the feet, I usually give it 1/3 of the unit right at the bottom. So now for the arms, I'm going to put in a circle for the shoulder joint. The upper sections comes down from the joint where the navel line would be. And at that point, we have the elbow joint. The lower section is just shorter than 1 unit. Connecting to the wrist and the hand, which here, in a relaxed pose, comes down to around here. Repeat for opposite side. So this is our mannequin, and these are just simplified flat projections of the proportions of the body using a grid, which helps us understand drawing the body better. So finally, I'm going to show you how this grid can translate into drawing a figure with flesh and curves included, using the same grid. So there we go, the general proportions of the body. Go back and practice if you need, and look up different ways as well to help you master drawing the human figure. Now to the face. I've grabbed a free stock photo from Unsplash, and the reference is shown here. There's lots of websites you can find free stock photos to use as references. Along with Unsplash, there's Pexels and Pixabay. Grab your graphite pencils for this one and a photo of someone you want to draw. It can be even someone from a magazine that's lying around your house or a framed family portrait. You want to start out pressing as lightly as possible, just blocking in the details to start with. Making sure you've got the correct proportions down. Otherwise, you'll put so much work into something that just doesn't look exactly right. I tend to draw freehand, but there are tricks to getting the face symmetrical. I like to look at my subjects like shapes. So the eye here has lots of different shapes, as you can see with the dark and light. A lot of people make the mistake of drawing what they think they see, or what an eye should look like, not what they actually see or what is really there. So it's handy to keep looking at that reference photo to make sure you're getting it right. But remember, practice makes perfect, and if you keep trying, you will get better. With the eyebrows, use individual strokes to get the hairs in. If you look closely at the reference, you can see the skin showing through the eyebrows, so we need to copy that too. I go in with a darker pencil each time. I lightly block in the shadows as I go to create depth to the face. The sides of the nose are deep in shadow, so I come in with my 2B pencil and press hard to get those shadows in. We want the nose to look 3D, so the shadows or darker bits are very important to put in. As you can see, I'm generally starting with the darker bits of the drawing, blocking in the shadows. Now with the lips, I like to start with the dark edges and then block in the lighter parts, paying close attention to the amounts of light and dark. The lips are not too smooth, so they take a little longer. The reference has lots of lines in her lips, so I'm adding them in. Not straight, but curved, the way that lips curve. See the detail in the iris? That's the reflection from what she's looking at. I add all of these details in, as it makes the drawing more realistic. the eyelashes aren't straight lines too, they're curvy and wobbly, so I draw these accordingly. Now, block in the shadows of the curves of the face to show that the face is a 3D object. Finishing touch-ups and she's done. This brings the human body and face tutorial to an end. Please ask any questions you have in the comments or via my email, alicia.illustration@gmail.com. I'll be so happy to hear from you and to help you in starting your journey with drawing and art. This episode was brought to you today by the Wattle Range Council in conjunction with Youth Week 2020. Check out my video for a rundown on how to draw your favourite character. Finally, I'll be ending these tutorial sessions with a live Facebook Q&A on the Youth Week Facebook page. There will be a link in description. Happy drawing! Bye!